Hello, I'm Jessica.
I'm Marissa.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Kelsey.
And this is our technology review. Today we're going to be talking about the iPad and all it has to offer in the classroom. An iPad is a tablet made by Apple, and we call it a technology in the classroom because it assists students in doing things that they couldn't normally do. And an iPad can shoot videos, it can browse the web, take photos, there's GPS systems, and there's lots of social networking and apps that you can purchase. There are 775,000 apps for the iPad, and today we're going to be talking about one in particular that we chose to use in our classroom as special educators.
The app that we chose to talk about for the iPad is made by AbleNet, which is an international company, and they're actually the leading industry in providing educational and technological solutions for children and adults with disabilities. And so this is just a communication app for children or adults who are nonverbal. And so what it is there's just these boards here. And so the students can click on the boards that they want, like their categories. So there's a category for example, shopping. And so when they're at the grocery store, like if they need help with, like, how many do I have, or where is the milk, they can verbalize that through the use of this app. So now Marissa is going to talk about some of the pros that the app has.
First of all, this app is free. And the categories, like Tiffany was saying, are clarification, control, emergency help, entertainment, expressions, leisure, entertainment, money, my emergency information, reading, shopping, shopping lists, social, workplace, and yes and no. And you can add a category if you want to. You can delete a category, and you can also edit them to change the words or the pictures. You can buy more sounds, and you can create your own. And when the student uses this, it creates like a data collection. And so whenever they mash whichever ones they use the most, you can actually see, which I'll show you right here. You can actually see when they use them, how often they use them. You can email the data to yourself, and this also comes in Spanish. And you can use a hyperlink with the sounds and the pictures to create different sentences, which Tiffany will show you.
So, for example, like I said a while ago, if you're at the grocery store and you're shopping and the child or the adult wants to know where is the bread. So, this is a shopping category, and the world with a question mark is speaking of where is. So all the child or the adult does is hit
where is the,
and it will directly take you to the the grocery list category, where you can find out where
bread.
So it completes a sentence. Where is the bread? So
the cool thing about that is it also tells you what the pictures mean at the bottom. It has the words with them, so it's not like you have to remember what the pictures mean. The cons of this app, however, are that if the students are nonverbal and need to use this app, they're not really able to provide their information and the emergency information, and they're not really able to create the new ones themselves. Also, they would need access to an iPad, which not all students have, and if you wrote it into their IEP, then you would have to provide it. They would also need constant access to an outlet so that they could keep it charged, because if it dies, then they would suddenly not be able to communicate. The student would probably need support from home to practice using the technology and to provide the emergency information, and just to continue to use it all the time to help them communicate. You're not able to quickly navigate through all of the different categories as easily as we would like. And also, there are some dialectical variances in some of the words that are said. Some people might not pronounce them the same way, so they might not recognize those words readily. We could use this for nonverbal students, students with speech impediments, developmental delays, ELLs, language delays. It helps with the fine motor skills, having to scroll through and touch each one of the different categories. You could use it for students with cognitive delays. You could use it for the assessment, like Marissa talked about, with how it tracks what they use. You could use it for social skills and communication disorders.
And this is our review of the iPad for a piece of technology in our classroom. And even though we just chose one app, there are many apps that you can choose to use with your students. And as special educators, we are highly in favor of an iPad in the classroom. So we hope that you choose to use an iPad in your classroom too.